Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. If you're new to the channel, which I'm sure many of you are because I have no subscribers, this is my 2002 Mustang GT convertible, also known as the New Edge. It's a 5-speed manual, has around 100,000 miles on it. I paid $2,500 for it. Needs a ton of work, so join me in my journey. That's Craig, he's a good boy. Anyways, welcome to the YouTube video and I appreciate you watching.
Alright, welcome back guys. Today I am going to get into replacing this door with the one I got from the Junkyard. For those of you not familiar with the Junkyard, they charge you for everything. The door, the mirror, the panel, the speakers, everything. So the door that I did end up getting, I took the door panel off, I took the wiring harness off, I took the mirror off of it, and the door panel off. So we'll be taking them off of this door and just swapping it over. First thing I have to do is get into the glove box. Let's see here. The back of the glove box. Yeah, just pulls down. There is a wiring harness. There's 3 plugs up in there that I have to take out. And they run through the door here. To get the harness out of the door in the Junkyard, I just basically cut it right here. So I'll be reusing the harness that's inside of the door. Looks like I need a Phillips head. It's a real pain in the ass. I don't know how that's on there. Looks like just these clips here they gotta lift up. Probably took way longer than it should have. So there's just a Phillips head in there holding that on. Pry that tweeter off. Next I'm going to take the mirror off. This mirror does have wiring that goes all the way down through. So maybe I'll take the panel off next so I can see the wiring and unclip it first. Someone over tightened this and it was like wedged halfway in, halfway out of that panel. Very carefully take all this off because I do plan on reusing this as well. This was completely missing off the Junkyard door. So I want to make sure I save it. playing?
I don't know. We just kind of take turns picking games.
Yeah, I'd love to play. Alright guys, I'm going to call it there for the night. Come back to it a different time. Go in and play some games with my son. Fortnite! Alright, just a quick look at the wiring. That guy's for the mirror. And this first bit splits off and comes out. So this guy's plugged in. That'll have to get disconnected. And then it runs down back into the door. Those will have to get disconnected. And then this is just the cable for the handle, so that can stay there. So it looks like just a couple more clips. You can see that guy's pushed in from the other side. Alright, so I have this out. Had all these little clips that ran through the door. Next, I'm going to take the speaker out. Trying to stay out of the way of the camera as well as not mouth breathe on it. It is springtime. My allergies are terrible this year. It's a lot easier when I do that in the beginning. It's crazy they have these like mega clips on the door with the clips. I feel like the headlights and stuff are just disintegrating and falling apart. It's like they put the cheap clips where they were gonna get the weather, and these ones are crazy. But the last thing I'm gonna do now that this is all off is I'm leaving the hinges on the car. And I'm just going to bolt the hinges to the new door. So once I pull the 4 bolts holding the hinges off, I'm going to be able to slide this harness hopefully out through here. If not, I'll have to pull it out from under the dash, but one way or another I'm going to get the harness out and then get it put on the new door. That's exactly what you want to do, is put the stress of the entire door right on the hinge. You can feel like the lip of this guy on the inside of the door. Pushing on it from the inside out. Seems to be the way to go. There we go. Now, if I would have taken my time at the junkyard to do this, probably would have made my life a whole lot easier, but I don't want to pay for the harness they're going to charge me for. And I also couldn't get up under the dash, and I didn't want to lay on the gross carpet because it smelled horrible. Like, it's just like an auto part yard, but it smelled like an actual like dump inside the car. There's garbage everywhere in it. There we go. The harness is now out. The only other thing I'm going to do is take the mirror off the door. Mirror's out. Alright, the plan is to put this on the same way I took the other one off. I'm going to latch it in the back and then try to bolt it in the front while it's latched. I'm sure it'll be easier said than done. Well, you can see all I gotta do is line them up and put it back together and test how it functions. Get it started by hand. And then put it down. Although, you know what they say, you cross thread it, you don't need Loctite. Alright. See how it functions. It's definitely not perfect. It's going to need some adjusting. I don't know how well this will pick it up, but up here is high, up here hits. Down here's a little high, so it's not going to be perfect when you do it. It's going to take some adjusting, but all of that adjustment is done with these bolts here on the hinges. If you have any guesses on the color I picked, throw it down in the comments. I'd be interested if anybody's able to guess. That's what I'm going to call the video today. Next time I get some free time to work on this, I plan on putting the fenders and the front bumper on, make sure it's going to align and fit properly. As long as everything fits properly, I'm going to get started on the body work, because after the body work I want to get everything sanded down and ready to prime and paint. The paint that I bought is single stage. and the equipment I'm going to use is just cheap Harbor Freight guns. I am going to do my best at painting this. I'll pull the fenders, the bumper, the hood, the trunk, the scoops, all off the vehicle and paint them separately, so that way I don't get any chipping against the edges of those, and it gives it the cleanest look. But all of that is for future me to worry about. That's where I'm going to call it here. I do appreciate you all watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, I really appreciate the subscription. Been putting these out since the beginning of the year and starting to think I'm talking to myself. So if you do enjoy it, I'd appreciate if you'd like, comment, and subscribe. If not, I appreciate you watching anyways. Take care, guys. See you next time.